Why do so many just accept that 40 hours/week is normal?
I really dislike that my job takes so much of my time and energy, and for what? Just to pay rent and barely make ends meet, and that is despite going through a STEM degree and getting into a lucrative industry. When do I get to live though? In the small hours between? Like, how is 40 hours a week so normalized? It is insane. And to be expected to just work like crazy just to survive and maybe retire one day.
Drummed in from a very young age. School, must attend or punished. Must work fixed hours plus overtime. Homework, must take holidays when told to. College, get a job. There is a 10+ hour day as a start. Uni, get into massive amounts of debt. Let the 60-year grind commence. We are literally conditioned to grind from age very small to age very old. To the point where we then start to defend it and look down upon others who are not knocking out 90-hour days, or dare I say it, unemployed.
Cultural conditioning is why they accept it.
Because it is normal. Question is how to make people realize that our normal is not healthy.
Soon only doing 40 hours will be considered lazy, since everyone needs 23 jobs just to keep up with inflation. That's not including the time it requires to physically travel to the job sites. I worked 4 days a week, 32 hours, that one extra day makes all the difference. IT job. Day 1, recuperate. Day 2, course. Day 3, relax somewhat and dread the new work week.
When it was introduced, it was a reduction in working hours for many people. So people were happy to grab it. After enough time, it's just become established as normal. I know that I've personally been through that process because I used to work a job that regularly had me doing 5,060 hours/week, so doing 40 felt like a break. Because society doesn't realize that time is not a one-to-one correlation with productivity. It's a similar argument for WFH. Most people waste just as much time, if not more, in the office, but employers want to make false blanket statements about everyone being more productive in person.
My Credit Karma app told me to get a side hustle if I wanted to build a savings account.
It really shouldn't be. I hope a well-compensated, 30-hour week becomes the norm in my lifetime, no matter how far away that may seem now. Luckily I'm young, so there's time.
Before unions stepping in, the work week was 6 days. People worked 10 or more hours a day. Maybe if people thought more of unions, we could get another decrease of hours.
Actually, we could easily live working 20 hours a week. There would be more jobs for everyone and you could spend more time on yourself, but they need to work us to death to maintain control, so that would be a crazy idea.
Sadly, not only is a 40-hour workweek the norm, working 10-20 hours of unpaid overtime for salary employees is also the new expectation. I was managing a very large organization for a very wealthy corporation. One weekend my boss called me on a Saturday morning when I was out with my family. And he wanted me to get a hold of all of my employees to get folks to show up to work because he had dropped the ball on a big project. We were all salary, so there was no money coming to us for dropping the weekend plans. I refused to call folks at home and instead sent out an email to get volunteers from folks who wanted their time comped at a later date because I wasn't going to feed into that. Employees loved me. Boss, not so much.
Facts like you agreed that working 5 days and being off 2 was a fair trade-off. I ask my wife this all the time.
I feel like this is why so many of us don't want kids. Why create something you love just to watch it suffer like you suffer in an awful 95? Life is a rodeo and a casino not in your favor at the same time. Believe it or not, it used to be worse with less worker protections and even more exploitation. I agree with 100% of what you're saying. Because it is normal. IDK what you think normal means. Sure, society could do better. But then how will my boss afford his third yacht?
On paper I work 40 hours a week, but in reality it's like 37.5 hours cause no paid lunch, neutral face. I hate it.
Steal what you can and work as little as possible. Fuck them. I hate spending so much time at work and I barely have enough to cover an emergency. Because people are stupid and most of what they think comes from propaganda. The average person is so clueless on so many things.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.